Come on, man. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Just smile for me and let my day begin. You are the sunshine that brightens my heart within. And I know that you're an angel in disguise. Come take my hand and together we will ride on the wings of love, up and above the sky. The only way to fly is on the wings of love. On the wings of love, only the two of us together flying high upon the wings of love. I need to talk to you, Tay. You gotta call me Tay Anderson. I need to talk to you. Good morning, everybody. Nephew back home. Praise God. Niecy Pooh back home. They all, honey, their feet done touch Zion. Just as soon, these is hot with the cheese, as my feet touch Zion. Honey, just as soon as I get there. I hope you all are doing great on today. Honey, let's just talk a minute. I made a post. And I meant just what I said. Now, let me tell you something. Instead of it saying focus, it said focus past tense because it autocorrect. I'm not an uneducated person. And you already know that by now. You might catch me every now and then on the grammar because that's just a part of life. Sometimes we even write the way we talk, don't we? That is a part of life. But I want to tell y'all, it's going to be all right. James, you just hold on, baby. I know what I got to do. I want to talk to you all about when I told you all, for me, this is a year of focus and how we have to stay focused right now. It's so important to stay focused. Even down to what you see that's happening to people in our judicial system. We got to stay focused. I'm going to tell you like I tell anybody else. I'm so worried about our black men. It's unreal. I'm so worried. Not in a bad way, but when I see it right in front of our face. When I say him, you can have one of them. James, I got you. And James, I'm telling you, your birthday coming, and I'm going to be a blessing. But I think it's quite sad to know that people are sending folks over here to try to buy my stuff, to size my stuff up. Let me tell you something. The reason why I'm not shipping this week is because my postal services say they behind on 55,000 people's mail. These postal offices are overworked because of these hurricanes, and they are flattening your boxes. They're leaving them on the back of the trucks. And one lady even told me she know they did because she had ants in her box. But I'm going to bless her, and we done talked. If anybody has had an issue with any of my desserts, I have talked to you on the telephone, and I tell you I'm going to make right. But it's sad to know that people are sending folks from their pages over here and to try to order and do things too. I'm telling you, when I tell y'all, y'all messing with the right person, but at the wrong time. When God got his hand on you, everything gonna start reversing itself. Y'all watch and see. The Lord will make a person tell on themselves. You gotta love them anyway, but they'll mess around. Let me show y'all something. They'll mess around and tell on their own self. And I'm not shipping, but I am putting them in my big freezer. Let me show you what I got. We are working. I got help now. And I'm going to tell you one thing about it. I'm good on mine. And if it's something I don't like that one's got to settle, it ain't going to make it. But I'm working. Let's get ready and put some more in. And I'm minding my business, and the devil don't like that. Y'all, hold on 1 second. Get that butter, the one that say butter on it. Yeah. I'm working. Now, none of these have nuts, but we're going to start working on some with nuts, okay? I just want you to understand. I got to stay focused. The Lord told me they want you so bad. They want you to be so unfocused. They so jealous. Let me tell y'all something about the storm. You either going through a storm, you coming out of storm. You going through it. You either enter into it, you already in it, that means you going through it, or you coming out. Melody Crawford, Monday I have your whole order. I have your 3-layer red velvet. I have your dozen of lemon squares. And I think you wanted a pound cake too. Let me know. I also will be making 7-Ups. I'm going to tell y'all one thing about Tracy. I didn't come on here and start running a business. I've been running my businesses. I'm a master cosmetologist. I'm a licensed realtor in the state of Georgia, and I'm a licensed wholesaler. I can tell y'all for certainty, I know how to run my business. But I'm going to put you in a category of you're about to enter a storm, you in a storm, or you on your way out. And let me help you. Because what you're trying to do is making me grow in maturity and grow in strength. You can't break me. It can be 1,000 of y'all together and you still not me. You can't take the love and you can't take what I've done for people. But every time I do something, I want y'all to pay close attention. Every time Tracy start doing something, people got to talk about what they can't do. The storm gonna hit you so hard because you ain't in your neck of the woods. Sometimes you end up getting put in a storm because you cross town. You ain't got no business being on this side of town. You ain't got no business constantly talking and picking. How all of a sudden cake become the topic of discussion for somebody that don't bake? Why are people sending folks over here to buy something to try to say if somebody's stuff is good or not? It's still, you spent money, whether you liked it or whether you didn't. When you enter a storm, it can come out of nowhere. Everything in your life is good. It's a calmness first. Everything is going fine. Little do you know, the people last week were in their houses. And I'm telling you right now, I'm working. But I'm going to speak this thing because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the same nagging spirit that all the time keeps coming. Danae, I'm replacing your order. I know you said you enjoyed that cheesecake, but when they threw your package, now nothing should be wrong. And I'm going to tell you something else. I don't take people's money. I don't do a down payment because my body may not want to bake. I bake and then I sell what I got. Let me give you an example. I'm finna go right now. Come on. I'm going to show y'all. Because I'm tired of people trying to scandal me and try to slander my name and try to talk indirectly. You a liar and you know who you're talking to. These cakes right here are leftover cakes that I'm finna go to the community and I'm gonna bless some senior citizens that I already know who's getting these cakes. These cakes right here are going to my seniors. All right, ain't nothing wrong with that cake, but I wouldn't sell it. Let me show you about my cakes. Look how moist my cake is. And it's frozen. Don't play. Look, I can do it again. Don't play. It don't matter if your cake is darker. It doesn't matter. That don't mean nothing. But what means something is this right here. And it bounces back in your face. When I ship these, this is bubble wrap on here. This is some that I didn't ship. My blessing. I'm already baking. I just made this cake. These are lemon squares. These are lemon square cakes. Some with nuts and some without. I'm working. I'm going to finish. These are brownies. I sell and I freeze my stuff for my shipping and so it won't be stale. I'm working on doing my shelves, taking them off. When you ain't bothering nobody and they bother, there's got to be something wrong with the person. Because they bothered because you not bothered. I'm sitting here counting my blessings. So what I'm finna do, Queen is over there working on more squares. And we're about to go drop off these blessings to some people in the community. I'm not going to go live. You don't need to see them. But I told y'all I bless in my community. If you don't bake, why are you talking about it? Why the topic of discussion is baking and cakes? If I make seasonings, I'm not going to talk about cakes. If I make sauce, and y'all know I got all of them, I'm also going to be making syrup. I'm only going to have so many. I'm only going to do 2 of my syrups for the holidays. It's the peach, because people want to make peach cobbler, and it is the sweet potato. Because people want to use that sweet potato. Make sure you got enough in them. They high enough. That one a little high enough. Just make sure it's a little high enough, you know. People want to make sweet potatoes and they don't want to go through all that, okay? So not only do I got the everything sauce, the everything seasoning, the everything sweet potato syrup, the everything peach syrup, and I got apple too, but I'm not doing apple, okay? Then I got my lemon squares with or without nuts, my brownies with or without nuts. I got my mini bunts, my bountiful blessings. I've got working on red velvets. It's in the freezer. I got somebody else's cake that I promised them they caramel because I don't want to send nothing out and it just was a hurricane. I bake fresh. There's no need for me to take a down payment or anything because I don't even really like to take orders until I'm finished baking. So what we're going to do, we're going to take and put all this on my website. All right. I also have t-shirts and we're going to put it on the website so that you can order. And when it's out, it's out. Okay. I'm going to put up what I got because I don't want you to wait 3-4 weeks to get your dessert. I just want y'all to understand when you enter a storm, that's the beginning of it. You start to see things shift and change. Now you're going to go through it. And you can say, I don't understand why God is letting me go through this. He in it with you. He'll lead and guide you through that storm. But if you in it, you got to go through it. He's in the storm with you. He promises to never leave you or forsake you. But you got to go through this storm. It could be a test. But I would never send people to folks' pages to order under fake names, to try to discourage somebody that ain't bothering you. Just because what you do is not affecting me, just because who you hanging with, I don't care. It does not bother me, but it's a sad situation. And y'all pay close attention, because if you pay close attention, you'll realize all of a sudden, because Tracy is baking cakes, all of a sudden, I'm going to stay encouraged. And I want you to keep me focused, because they're going to go through a storm. They're going through a storm. Jesus was on a boat, and the storm began to rage. And he said, peace be still. But I'm going to show you something about that storm. While he was there on a boat going through a storm, across the way, he heard the voice of a lunatic. A lunatic, a bad spirit, a person full of evil spirits that want to constantly pick for no reason. Constantly, because I don't want to be their friend. Because I saw something in them and I don't want to be around them. And everything I do, ain't said nothing, ain't bother you. You insert yourself, you insert yourself, you insert yourself. And the thing about it is, I'm going to sit here and be like Jesus across the way. And he heard the voice of a lunatic, a person full of legions, many spirits. And the people loved it. Because see, folks love when people show out. The people loved the lunatic. They loved the fact that that man had a lunatic. When he started getting delivered, they wanted to know, why you delivering him? What you done to him? Why you ain't letting him be crazy no more? Do you realize how many people I got don't like me because I don't want to curse? And I ain't gonna curse. Anybody can curse. Anybody can. Anybody can act a fool. People get mad when you laugh. They get mad when we have fun. Had a lady on here just over here picking at me last night because me and my son was having a good time and laughing. All of a sudden, stuff goes right back. Oh, the church. There's nobody in church. This is my house. This is my house. You can look around and see God blessing. If you can't tell that God brought me out of a chair, bent over, out of a bed, but they're mad because I'm up. And I blessed. I told everybody, go buy cakes from this person. Go buy cakes from that person. Not because I couldn't bake them. I wasn't able to bake them. And now that I am able, like Jude 20 say, now unto him that is able. I'm able to do it. People are mad. People trying to come and scandalize. I'm going to tell you one thing about Tracy. If you got a dry cake, you got a dry cake from me, from shipping or anything. Now, some of y'all want extra icing. Some of y'all really need layer cakes. Some of y'all really do. But the heat and anything else. But one thing about me, just like I told the young lady Danae, and I loved her spirit, she said, Mr. Tracy, you paid so much for my shipping. I didn't give you enough money. I ain't worried about that they smashed half of my cake. Let me have another pen. I'm going to do right. I'm going to do right. That's my intention, to do right. Got to make this hit all of them, so kind of spread that out there. I'm going to do right, because that's what I do. And we do a dollop, and then we can always come back and add another dollop. I just got to make sure everybody get a dollop a daisy. I got my baby here. God is making provisions for me. Between Kelby and Gwena, they setting all my stuff up. She fixing it where I don't have to leave the house. She fixing it where I can cook in abundance. Right now, all we're doing is stacking up squares. I'm finna send Danae something. She think, I ain't gonna, let me be quiet because I don't know. Be quiet, she might be on. But she's a baker. And I loved her spirit. Even the lady that said that she wanted her money back, when I offered it to her and I wrote her and I was kind to her, she said, bless somebody with it. That's why that refrigerator, that freezer, that's why that freezer, your cakes, even smashed, are wonderful. I'm sorry if you got one, but I won't even sell a cake that's imperfected. And I'm going to tell you something about baking cake. It don't matter if your cake is dark or not. It's what matters if it's moist on the inside. You can reduce the heat to a cake if you want to. You can put a cake in a cold oven. You can start baking it in a cold oven. You know, my whole thing is, long as I know that when you cut into it, it's right. I ain't had nobody contact me and I'm treating them wrong. I ain't had nobody, but to know that people are literally trying to send folks over here to pick at me, I think that's so sad. And so when you enter into your storm, I'm going to pray for you as you go through your storm. Because the storm will hit you out of nowhere. I'm going to pray because you got to go through it. And you might be coming out of it. And better is the end of a thing than the beginning. But I'm going to tell you one thing for sure. And two things for certain. The enemy think they're going to keep creeping around my camp. But you setting yourself up for failure. I done put up with so much stuff privately. And that's why I ask y'all accountability for me to stay focused. I know the devil mad. I know he mad because I'm on my game. I know he mad because I bless. And once I get all what I can sell baked, then I'm going to take, I got orders already down. Who asked the question? No, I didn't get one smashed. I meant that the cake looked so good, it would be good. It's good. I got a secret that I do to make my cakes moist. I got a secret. And one thing I'm going to stop doing with these minis, I'm going back to drizzle. I'm not going to put no heavy icing for it to melt inside of your cake and cause your cake to crumble. You're going to start on the, you can start, put with those.
The two full.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're going to go bless. Because these people don't even know they're getting blessings. But when I have cakes and I have extra from the week before, what you saw now, I'm just baking. There you go. Look at you. Little brown sugar baby. We be in here all day long. And I am going to bake. I don't want nobody money. How much? I can't do caramel yet. You got to be patient. Because I can't control the heat that's going on in the back of these vehicles. But I'm a person. When I tell you, I would take this. Sometimes I can't do nothing if they smash it. But I do my best. You can go to a baker. And if this cake is made out the same batch, how is everybody else's cake good and ready to go? And this person's ain't. That's because you didn't come wanting it to be good. Here you go, baby. Now what I'm going to do, when I start now, I'm going to work on some 7-Up minis, a couple of big 7-Up cakes. I'm going to count how many I'm going to do. I'm going to do so many heavenly pound cakes. And the big ones and the small ones. I got an order for a bunch of red velvet minis. And I'm going to make a big one. I already got a 3-layer. I'm going to have another 3-layer without nuts. I got one already. They going to buy. And I've got to make, I'm going to have one with nuts. I do one with it and one without it. I don't hold. This one lady, she's in Florida, so her cake is in the freezer. But it don't make no sense, black people. It don't make no sense to keep trying to come and try to discourage people from doing what you know they're capable of doing. Everybody don't do the same thing. I ain't going to tell you no lie. I look and know I help people bake a lot of stuff. But when I used to try to teach people how to do stuff and give recipes, they got mad. Here you go, boo. There go and then they started messing with my page. It ain't necessary. Folks gonna buy from who they want to buy from. Folks gonna support who they gonna support. I'm about to put a fan on these. I got another set coming out. I just put 3 sets in. It don't make no sense. And you can pick up on it. Because all of a sudden, the topic is about cakes. 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 If you don't bake, how you know if somebody's cake is dry? If you don't bake, then why you worried about who is baking? I don't sew. I don't worry about who's sewing. I don't see myself getting rich off of seasonings unless somebody come in and purchase them and can mass produce them. I don't see myself getting rich off my sauce unless somebody can come in and mass produce them. I don't see anybody anywhere right now. What I'm saying is I don't see it. But God can send somebody that says, I like what you're doing. Let me tell y'all what happened today. I got a phone call and I was asked, would I like to be on a magnet on grocery store carts, on your refrigerator. And I was referred. And I asked them, I said, I'm not understanding. They said, well, who do we need to talk to from Mama's Comfort Cookie? This is from your police department. You were referred to go on our magnets that we do. And it'll be a lifetime. You need to start seeing it, sis. Seeing what, baby? It's enough money out here for everybody. Well, the reason why I say I don't see it, because what God got for me, his plans, I can't peep into them. But God can send somebody to want to buy my recipe. God can see somebody come and see that they want me to start making this for their stores. And I give them the recipe. And they can mass produce this for me. A young man saw me and bought me a deep freezer. But the devil is upset because God is doing so many things. And the nerve to confess that you're sending people under fake names to purchase from me. Queen, wipe over there. To purchase from me to see if my cake is comparable or if it's good or moist. I don't never expect a jealous spirit to ever tell the truth. I don't never expect a person that can't be grateful for the thing you did for them or help them to be happy that you're up and you're moving. Some people wanted me bedridden. Some people right now think they playing a game. Let me tell you something. Mama's Comfort Cooking had 2 reunions that were successful. And people are following my outline. You don't have to redo nothing when you like what you did it the first time. I'm here to tell you, you can group people off. I done had so many content creators that came to my event and we had an amazing time. I have birthed so many content creators. As y'all can see, the pre-show, honey, that it was birthed through Mama's Comfort Cooking. Good Eat Sweet Treats, Sweet Creations by Melinda, Catering My Way with Willie J, The Knowing, and I love them, and they're grateful. And through all this time, all the other people I helped get their numbers to get them going, every one of them. Nobody paid me nothing, and a lot of them didn't come back with gratitude. There were people, when I finally start saying I'm not doing it no more, then people jump ship. Can you help me get this page? Can you help me? I'm 1,000 short. I'm 3,000 short. Can you help me? But I got tired of sending the honeybees to pages where they was being disrespected later. And I decided I'm going to keep my babies over here. The crew. Rodney Jackson, he's the crew. Tanya Leaf is the crew. I got a lot of crew members. That means you're faithful to me, and I know that your spirit is turned toward me. Kim Mitten, Kim Woods, it's so many. Deborah Dunbar, Mother Joyce Anderson Journey. I call them my mother's board. You see what I'm saying? Janice Martin, I got to call her my head usher. You know, I call them. Jeanette McCarthy, I think I put her on the usher board. Maricia Smith. I got so many people. But it doesn't make no sense to try to calm and discourage or picket somebody. If I was in a place that Tabitha Brown was in, I would love it. I would absolutely love to know that you see me, that you can brand me and make money for me and for yourself. And then that's less work. You see what I'm saying? I know that if God intends, I'm telling you what Tracy can see, but he sees beyond what I can see. My eyes, if you look out right now on the ocean and you don't see a ship, your eyes will only go so far in a range. You have to have a building, something to capture your vision to take you beyond what you see. That's why so many people thought that truly the earth, you were going to fall out at the end, because all they saw was a straight line. I get so tired of waking up every morning, or somebody is sharing something with me, or I see it myself. Because see, let me tell you something. People got so many pages. Just to start. $1 Million Barbecue, I love you. You and James and Vet, I do. That's another couple. We vibe. We love each other. People really think me and Vet's sister because of these eyes, and she dressed sharp. But everything I talk about, I want y'all to pay close attention. Everything I talk about, the person is going to have a segment on. They're going to come and talk about it. They're going to try to talk indirectly. Anything I do or say. Nobody else was over here doing motivational speakers and encouraging you and things of that nature. We got too much to focus on. We got people that are displaced right now. I went to the grocery store. They didn't even have no buttermilk. You can be like, I don't want to be like Tabitha Brown, Miss Terry Duckworth, because that is the plans God had toward her. He got plans toward me. And when I look, I can't see it. But I'm telling you, he'll lead the blind. You got to become like a sheep. Do y'all know sheep are blind? They don't see very well. And they have to be led. So you have to become humble. And except, you become as a child, you can't enter the kingdom. You got to listen. You got to be led. Except the Lord do it. And except we do it for the Lord, we labor in vain. You can't take nothing with you. Absolutely nothing. And the need to constantly try to sabotage, pick, bully. That's why you know in your spirit when God tell you you can't connect with somebody. You know it because what other people can't see, you knew before it happened. You saw it in the spirit. People want to connect to you for different reasons. And some people want to be you. Have you ever had a nagging spirit or a person you no longer friends with? You ain't bothering them, but every time you see them, your name is in their mouth. They rolling their eyes. They trying to pull and switch. It don't work. It does not work. When you make up your mind you're not going to fool with somebody, what you do, you just doing it. It's still not going to change the outcome. Jesus did not fool with Pharisees and Sadducees. He didn't fool with them. They kept coming up, doing the same thing this person doing to me. Kept questioning him for everything he did. Why did you heal that man at the pool when it was troubling? Call that man over there. What he say to you? And the man who nobody ever helped get in the pool, the lame man, who everybody was walking over him when the angels troubled the water, he said all Jesus said was take up your bed and walk. They were just looking for excuses. It's so many Barabbases out here. Barabbas was a wicked person. He was a murderer. He was a robber. But they let him live and kill Jesus. You cannot kill what God birthed. You cannot destroy what God said let be. These are the plans he have. He told me to turn my camera on. And perhaps I shouldn't have helped nobody. But I always believe that song, if I can help someone as I pass along the way, then my living won't be in vain. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, and it ain't even entered into the hearts of men, the things God has prepared. I know what you mean, Miss Terry Duckworth. I'm with you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Terry. I understand what you're saying. And you're right. But I'm just tired. Leave me alone. I don't care. I don't understand why everyone says they don't watch each other. I didn't say I didn't. I said I saw it with my own eyes. The thing about it is, if you sit here, you can watch anybody. Let me tell y'all something. Somebody screen record me. Hit the hearts. That's all it is. They screen record and send stuff to folks. Listen. When you see me moving like this, it's so many people screen recording me. And that's the point I'm making. If I'm over here minding my business, why are you screen recording me? And why are you sending stuff? If you block a person, you ought to block people from sending you stuff. If you say you don't care, focus on what's going on with you and yours. Quit trying to get people's attention that don't care. I can't tell you nothing. It's like a girlfriend and the boy done broke up with you. Y'all remember that movie with Tyler Perry? And the girl just kept on worrying Byron. It was just like, Byron. Byron didn't want her no more. Byron ended up losing his mama. Byron had to take care of a kid with a woman that nagged him. Stay focused. I bake because I can bake. I don't just cook. I cook during the pandemic. I ain't cooking no every minute. And having to figure out where food is going. My kids are no longer here. What I cooked yesterday, we about ate it up. When you go through this storm, God will be with you. But some storms we create. We create these storms. Do you know right now that scientists can create a storm? Do you know some of these storms can be created by them sending stuff up in the clouds? And they can form a combustible cloud. And they can create a storm. And you know what that storm is going to cause? It's going to cause you to go to the grocery store and overbuy. They want you to see. They want you to get in a panic because it produces more income. When I went to the store yesterday, our warehouse, the big corporate, it flooded. So now Ingles is having a hard time trying to get their stores and stuff. They're out of toilet tissue and so much. But did you realize that some stuff is done or hyped up so that you will spend more money? Do you realize the supply and demand? Do you realize that a person in life, I don't care who you are, what you do, even a seamstress, even people that make Louis Vuitton and Michael Kors, they can mess up sewing. And they might get a double stitch. Everybody can have a good day. Everybody can have a bad day. But some storms you create, you in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that storm wasn't meant for you. But you was in the wrong city when it happened. Just like a stray bullet. It wasn't meant for you. But you was at the wrong place. So some storms you create. And I'm telling you, I know for a fact that they can create a storm. And cause us to go through all the things we're going through to keep us in a certain frame of mind. They also do things to start depopulation. I'm here to tell you, if you look around, it's so much wickedness. I've never seen people hype up Halloween as much as I'm seeing it. I've never seen so many people want to torment themselves with scary stuff. I've never seen it. I've never seen how in the world do we think that we are not going to be here forever. And that we can be all kind of evil here and get the same reward with people that's trying to be good. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I can understand. Like the lunatic, he got Jesus' attention. People can get your attention. Terry Duckworth said, yes, I can, because I have experienced some things such as that. I was totally shocked when it first happened. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the lunatics got his attention. And they even had enough sense to know, hit hearts, they screen record. They don't want to go to hell. Thank you, Yolanda. Yes, you have to stay focused. God said stay focused. And he had to cast them spirits out. And then they all was gathered in that man. See, spirits gathered together. They were all gathered in that man. And the spirit spoke and asked Jesus, can we go into the abyss? We don't want to go into the abyss. Can we jump into those pigs? The abyss is hell. And they jumped into that swine. And the swine jumped off the cliff into the water and drowned. Some spirits can't even stand each other. They wrestling in you. They confused with themselves. Some spirits gather in you don't even like each other. And they torment you. You wake up ready to start. You go to bed ready to start. When you're not happy with who you are, some people would take a lesser, wanting more. Some people would say, just to say they married any kind of man. But they got a husband, and they can say they married. Some people can't be by themselves. Some people would get friends just to say they got them, but they ain't the friends that they really used to vibing with. But some people say they do everything by themselves. They don't hang, they don't do. But as soon as somebody open up the door and invite you to come do it, you're so ready and eager to do it because you've been wanting it all along. Now, what I'm going to do is keep going. And I thank God that my enemy made me aware that people are over here under fake names buying stuff just to call it dry. That's a lie. I can cut one right now. Avis White said, I heard a CC, a content creator. That's what she means. I'm sorry, it went away. Avis, they don't want me to read it, baby. It went away. I was trying to read it. But it's jumping because they screen recording. Okay, so let me finish this because they hit the hearts. They want to see it so bad. They got their moderators over here screen recording me. Hit the hearts. You see that, Gwen? Go on your page and see how they freezing me up. Just wait. I want to thank my enemies. That is my footstool. I want to thank you for letting me know what you're doing, because I had no idea. And people will tell on themselves. Let's check these sweaters. People will tell on themselves any given time. I want to thank you. Let's see what's going on here. You're looking pretty good. I just want to thank you. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Check those up there a little bit. I'm going to keep on doing this. All right? I'm going to keep on. And I'm going to cool these off. And they're going in the freezer, and we're going to blast them. And we're going to keep them there, and we're going to put them in the bag by the dozen. All right? And we're going to stay focused. What you mad for? If you tell me that somebody you say is so evil and you don't like them, why is you focused on focus on this little girl right here. I don't care. I'm not gonna go around and advertise what I can and can't do. I ain't gonna do it. If I can't do it, you won't know it. I'm not gonna advertise it. Who need to know? If I got bad credit, I'm not gonna advertise. But when I show y'all blessings, I keep counting my blessings. When you see me standing up, pulling my drawers up, got my little gown on. This woman was bent over. This woman was picked at for being in a walker and a roller. Now the lady standing up, I ain't even got a cane with me. I do right by people. I will give you before I take. I don't have to buy groceries. But when I start counting my blessings, I can't. I can't count them all. I just can't. There's just no way I can count them all. When I see, and y'all was with me, so you know it ain't no lie. I never went and put in for disability. I never gave up. I would be hurting so bad and have to go to bed. Man, I'm about ready to start shopping again, You know, I'm ready. And when I can get off these steroids, they're going to be mad when that weight start going. And then I'm going to look like this, all skinny. And y'all going to be mad. Because now you can't call me big arms. You can't call me a lot of things. So, honey, just a few more minutes. You know, these ain't even cooking really. The oven went out.
What?
Mm-hmm. I don't know how it got turned off. It ain't been off that long.
Because I just set the timer, both of the timers before.
I'm just gonna leave it. A few minutes more. And we're gonna take them out. God has been so good to me. And I'm gonna keep blessing. What did you say?
Tittle and Craving, mind his business now.
I don't like when unless people say to me, God bless. I don't know what unless people is. Queena bothering stuff. She done messed it up, DK. She said, leave alone. She done turned off the oven, y'all. Queen done that. But we got to go bless. Queen, get each bag, each cake, get a bag. We finna go drop these off to our seniors, all right? In my neighborhood. See, y'all don't understand. Y'all really don't get it. But I'm gonna let y'all sit and realize darkness don't dwell with light. I'm going to stay focused. It ain't no revealing for me. It ain't no year of exposure. Mine is focused. Because where God is taking me and what he is about to do, I'm finna hear from him. And he gonna blow my mind. I have no idea. I don't even know where to begin. But he's doing it. I don't even know how to start with it. I had no idea that I was about to get a new deep freeze. Warranties are paid. I had no idea. I had no idea. And I don't just feed. You go feed the homeless. But remember, some people are homeless in their own home. You go out and do what you do. But I go and take people that's on fixed income. Some people don't have just because they ain't sleeping under the stars. Sometimes this little cake, these cakes I'm finna drop off. These cakes I'm finna bless in my community. I'm finna go bless. And you not gonna see it. And I'm not saying no names. These old women, they all up in age, old enough to be my mama. I'm finna make them smile. That makes me feel good. I already done gave me, my mama got hers. She been eating on her lemon. I just sent June Harris a lemon square cake. And June told me that cake was so good and moist. And I'm not through blessing a lot of y'all. But I'm getting up on my feet and I'm doing it. I'm standing better than I ever been. I'm looking like a true survivor. Honey, I'm feeling like a little kid. I'm feeling like I'm still standing after all this time. I'm picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. Sharon Gabriel, I love you. I see you as a friend. And when my husband, let me tell you how the enemy will try to attack you. All these little people, these extra little content people, they know my husband fighting cancer. They don't care. When you tell me you don't care nothing about me and my family, baby, you can kick rocks and y'all can say what you want to. You die daily and I ain't dead right there. When you can try to start and mess with me while I'm riding my storm. But I'm at the end of my storm. Can you give me some papers? I'm at the end of mine. Better is the end than the beginning. And no, I'm not over nothing. Ain't nothing right here. My stuff is over there. I'm at the end of my storm, but I'm going to pray for you when you get ready to go through your storm. Give me my little gold ticket. Life is hard. And life is lifing. Good job, baby girl. And she doing good. Get you a knife over there. Take your time, go around all four. She doing good, this doggone hot. She doing good. I love everybody. I love my enemy. And sometimes your enemy help you. And sometimes the people that they still connected to your enemy. And they love you and your enemy too. Some people torn. They love both of you. And they have to go through something. They like Jonathan looking out for David even though his daddy did not like David. There are some people look out for you even though they connected to another page. Because they realize this lady ain't done nothing to me. And this lady is all right. And sometimes, you know what? You can tell when people doing stuff for ratings. Because some stuff we could have talked about. We could have been talked about stuff. You don't have to bring nothing to social media. You choose to bring it. You choose to show what you want to show. You choose to do what you want to do. It's for ratings. It's about money. People get mad. If you don't make them no money, you're going to see. That's what it's about. I use a certain gold spoon for this. I'm not going to say, I don't have to take a pre-order. I don't have to take your money. I won't be stuck with my stuff. I promise you I won't. I'll give it to my community before I get stuck with it. I'll get in my car and drive around and have a bag full of everything I sell. And I'll give it away. I don't have to have no down payments. I don't have to do that. Your work will speak for itself. It really will speak for itself. And I'm going to keep on. The enemy going to have to try it. Like that commercial said. Like that little commercial that, what is that? Is it the Geico commercial? He almost. Almost. But you're not going to get me. You ain't get one of these. These is ours. I gave you a whole cake yesterday. Should have cut you a piece. You ain't get none of these. These are finna go out the door. Oh, yes, ma'am. These are already orders. And I love y'all. I'm going to teach Bible study. I'm going to slow myself up because I'm obligated. Y'all let me off this week. But y'all can't let me off next week. Y'all got to make me be focused. If y'all see me in this kitchen too long, y'all say, Tracy, you know it's Monday. And I was going to talk about storms. Y'all got to keep me where I'm supposed to be. And I have to stay focused. Because if I don't, I'll miss my harvest. If I don't stay focused, what God is doing, it'll go over my head and I'll miss it. God can send some amazing people to aid me. And if I'm not focused, I'll miss that group of people. Fooling around with folks that ain't going to help you do nothing. God will send you so many blessed people in your life. And you have to stay focused. And you'll be somewhere crying and he'll be like, but when I sent them, you wasn't focused. I sent them and you wasn't focused. You got to stay focused. The devil ain't going to mess with nobody that ain't got a purpose for a driven life. He ain't going to mess with nobody. I got to get ready to go to the store. And I got to get ready to get these blessings out the door. Cool out. You did great. And I'm going to show y'all, I'm finna put another whole set. I'm finna put another whole set to cool. And I'm going to put my fan on it. Because God just good. And he's working it out. He got me up out my bed. Nobody but the Lord. I was bent over. And I couldn't walk. And now I'm up moving. And the enemy is mad. Because I'm taking back my life. And the kingdom of God suffers violence. But violence, baby, it taketh by force. And I'm not done. But I got to get ready to go. Because I made a vow. And today is blessed day. All right. I made a vow. And I'm not done. And we got so much bacon. We would be here all day doing a lot of stuff that's got to cool. All right. So that we can get these out the way. And I don't know how many sets we got left. But we got a punch list. And our list is long. And then once I get through baking, that's what I'm going to have for sale. And I already got a whole list. And I got all these people that's done bought. And I got return customers. And I thank God. I'm not going to make everybody happy. But I love y'all. And Sharon, when I come to Dallas, I want to meet you. I got so many places. And thank you, Jerry. Jerry, are you my Amish friend? My day is good. You have a God day. I'm going to have a God day. I'm finna go out and bless some people. I'm going to get my baby food. What's today? Friday. I'm going to do what I can. We rested up. Ain't nobody stressing. I'm calling you in a minute, Janice. Ain't nobody stressing. God is blessing. We not stressing. God got blessings with everybody's name on it. Not just mine. But what he ain't gonna do, he ain't gonna bless no mess. And I'm gonna revive some stuff on them cakes so that I can make sure your icings. I got some containers, but the heavy duty icing, I'm ordering something to put them in. And so hopefully, I hope they'll be here by the time I start shipping next week. The post office even recommended. Queen, can you tell them? They recommended. Don't ship nothing. So I'm not shipping for a reason. Because they was throwing my boxes. And they have already said it on the news. Don't ship. They have 55,000 people behind on stuff. And I don't want to waste my product and my energy and my time. So if you want something from Tracy, be patient. Because I don't want you to get something that's going to be crushed by the United States Post Office. And I put insurance on everything. But it's so hard to get the post office to give you. I put $100 on my big cakes. I put $50 on my small cakes. and lemon squares. But you know what? When you go to the United States Post Office, they ain't gonna do right. You can't get that money. It's like trying to draw unemployment when you've been fired. They ain't gonna give it to you. All right? I'm getting another set out. I'm gonna go rinse those. Put the water on them. So I got so many things. I need even more pans. Y'all pray for me. I can tell you one thing I'm about to do. I want y'all to keep me in prayer. I don't have time to play with people. I'm in the process of doing a remodel. And it's going to be a kitchen. I'm not going to be in this kitchen. But I have a place that's paid for. And I'm finna do a remodel. I don't have time to play. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. But God is blessing me. And so I am going to take my money and do a remodel. And it's going to be a new kitchen. So, I'm not going to wear and tear my kitchen here out. I'm just going to take a place and I'm going to keep on. And out of that, I've got everything I need for my county. And all I'm going to do, all right, all mine's clear. I learned a new thing. Brown butter, you and your husband. What is brown butter? Now, I brown my butter when I make cookies, but you have to tell me, Miss Penny, I don't know. Some people ain't doing nothing. I want to commend Chef Carmen for going to Asheville and feeding those people. You're not going to make everybody happy. Let me turn this oven off till I come back. You ain't going to make everybody happy. But leave people alone that is at least trying. Leave us alone that is willing to give people and bless people. I've been blessing out of my community, so now I'm going to go bless in my community. I do love y'all, and I appreciate y'all so much. I like to laugh and have fun. I hate that I have to do this. So at the end of this, you're in your storm. When you come out of your storm, the Bible says better is the end of a thing than the beginning. So Bridget, I had to go through my storm, sis, from California. I got in it accidentally. My back collapsed. I was doing hair, selling real estate and furniture. I was on the move. I was a size 16, and I was moving and feeling good. Did Zumba 2 times a week and went to the gym the rest of the week. I worked out 5 days a week, and I was feeling great. And working out frees your mind. And I had an accident and my storm started. But God never left me or forsake me. He rode through the storm with me. When I couldn't walk, when I was bent over, when I was aching so bad, I didn't know what was going on. All these things. And God is seeing me through. And now, I'm at the end of my storm. And better is the end than the beginning. He's restoring me. Everything that cankerworms took away, God is restoring me. Toy, I haven't forgot you. You're on my list. Everything the cankerworms took away, God is restoring me. He's healing me. He's giving me. I won't never be the younger person because I can't get that younger person back. But He's allowing me to do the things and rewarding me off of it. And He told me to do it. And cooking is cooking. Whether you in here frying chicken and collard greens and cooking the same dishes over and over, or whether you in here baking, I'm still doing what He has me to do. And the plans that He have, honey, I'm getting through the end of my storm. So better is the end than the beginning. I pray for all you that's about to go through a storm. I pray for you that picked at people while they were riding this storm. I pray for you that laughed at people in their calamity when they were bent over and could walk. Now you're going to go through something and feel what that person felt that you mocked You don't mark people. My granny told me a long time ago, don't you ever mark nobody. You don't know what. Don't you mark they shop. You don't mark what they doing with. You don't laugh at their calamity because it can hit your house. A storm can blow in anybody's house. You don't have compassion for somebody when they ride and you want to pick at them when it hits your house. And believe me, you can reap it. The Bible says you shall reap that which you have sown. So if you picking at me and trying to take me through when my husband had cancer, cancer can hit your house. When you laughed and picked at me because of what I was going through in my body and hurting and couldn't walk, you can get the same thing. You can get a nerve condition. You can get advanced sciatica. You can have to have surgery. You're going to reap that you've sown. The very thing that you're trying to do and come against. You try to come against somebody's business and send people to pick at them and mark them and try to mess their business up. You're going to reap that which you've sown. I'm just trying to give you a warning because I'm coming out of my storm and you're going to go in your storm and the storm of life will blow. Let me tell you, that's what the song say. I'm going to close with it. If you don't want to hear my voice, get off of him. The song says, the storms of life will blow. They're sure to come and go. They meet us all at a time when we're calm and doing fine. But the captain of my soul, he's always on board. He rocks me in his arms while riding through the storm, Jesus holds me in his arms, and oh no, I'm not afraid of the storm and winds, no waves, though the tide becomes high. He holds me while I ride. I found safety in the Master's arms. I love y'all. While riding through the storm. See you later, honeybees. Now let me go bless and pass these cakes out.